Thanks, Michael.
Good afternoon from the central wheatbelt area of inland Western Australia. This is Catherine, and it's 18th of January 1997. This is a black and white transmission. Do not adjust the colour on your television. I have one of these super cheap cameras and it's black and white only, so that's all you get. It may be necessary though to adjust the tracking control on your video machine, or to adjust the contrast and the brightness on the television. Now this is going to be a bit of a interesting situation, because I've got to operate the camera myself and I have to use the video machine to record, because this camera doesn't have film or videotape inside the camera. So it's got a long wire, and I've got some extension wire here, and what I'm going to do first is just first I'm going to say hello to who I'm saying to, of course. I'm saying hello to this videotape is to go to a number of people. So I'm saying hello to George and Mandy in Sydney, Australia. I'm saying hello to Davinia and Sean in Christchurch, New Zealand. And I'm saying hello to my sister Suzanne, her husband Tom, and about 40,000 children that they have in South Canterbury, south of New Zealand. And I'm also saying hello to any other person that manages to get to see this. Perhaps Michael and Jamie, I don't know, some others. Anyway. Now, with the piece of wire connected to the video machine, I'm going to film a little bit of inside the house, because you haven't seen my house inside, you haven't been here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, that's fairly simple, because at the moment I can look at my television, which is that way, and I can make sure it's videotaping correctly. And later on I'm going to have to actually disconnect the video and put it near the front door of the house, so I can run the cord out the front door and film around the front part of the house, and I won't be able to check how the recording's going at that stage. And then I'll have to bring the video back towards this room, which is at the back of the house, the south side of the house, which is the shadiest here in the southern hemisphere. And run the cord and the extension cord out the back, which is where most of the fruit trees are struggling to live. I've included at the beginning of this tape a couple of the weather reports for last night, being fairly typical of this time of year. Hot and dry here in the south of the state, perhaps of trace rain along the south coast, and the far north of the state, of course, is tropical weather, and when we're having summer, they're having wet season. And also this tape might eventually find its way to England. So just always keep in mind if it's going to England or America or other northern hemisphere, keep in mind that to the north is the sun and therefore the heat, and the south side is the shadier side and the cooler side. And it's a bit of a windy day outside today as well, so there could be some wind noise in the microphone when I'm outside. Also, especially for those New Zealanders amongst you, if I manage to find a nice big spider or a nice big scorpion to film, I will give a verbal warning in advance, so that those of you who might be scared of such things can look away from the screen at that time. So, but there's some nice friendly lizards outside. I don't think anybody would be frightened of them, so I intend to film some of them. If you're wondering, it's a black and white dress, so very simple, good for black and white video. And I think now what I'll do is I'll pick up the camera and show it move it around a bit. Anyway, we'll now this is my main living room, and I don't know what sort of angle. This is a super basic camera, no focus, no zoom, no anyway, evaporative blower cooler thingy-me there in the distance, which puts water in the air and works like an air conditioner, very good in this dry area. That's my little sort of homemade table that does me. It's about 2 foot square. Of course Mum's already seen that. And turning around, that's the kitchen that way, which is where the camera was set up, which all we can see is the window. So we might turn the light on in there. Can't see much in the kitchen. Mum will say that's good, you can't see all the dirt. Anyway, there is another one of those, which again we can't really see much. That's not very good, is it? It's another one of those supersonic evaporative coolers which keep me alive here. And I think that in this low light